Peter, you're here. It's time for another weird show. I'm drinking just some Coca-Cola out of my Green Lantern glass as I wear a shirt that is all of 80s cartoon characters,
Okay.
basically made of flag material. So if I was to move too fast and cause a spark, I'd burst into flames. Uh, what was that you were drinking there? What was that I saw?
I'm about to start drinking my own this Three's Company beer that I found. So it's made by the collaboration.
Found it laying around in the street.
Well, I found it at the local Daft Brewery. So it's made in collaboration with Riverhead and Fine Balance Breweries. And I look at that and say, all right, I'm drinking this with Adam tonight because I know you appreciate a good 80s sitcom and anything with John Ritter. So
it's true. This is true. John Ritter all the way. Well, what we're doing today is we're doing an 80s flashback, but it's a flashback that I am completely unaware of. I do not remember this when this happened. I felt maybe it was just a kid's show. It lasted a full season. It was a network show. I'm thinking NBC or ABC, probably CBS now that I say that. I only have the three choices. But it's a live action kids show that was in the Saturday morning cartoon block in 1984. And yeah, I have no memory of it at all. I assume you would have had to have some sort of American station, but I've asked a bunch of Americans and most of them don't remember it either. It's like it just sort of disappeared from their memory, which is why I felt it's so dumb and so weird. And in 1984, it was already dated. It was already something that maybe should not have been a show. So I think that's all the more reason that I had to bring it to our attention as we jump into play here. And
okay.
You can see the wacky screen we have set up here for what we're about to watch.
Right.
All right, I'm making sure that I've got the sound going right so you can hear the terrible. This is very low quality too, though. So anyone who's watching this should only really watch it on YouTube on like their computer because it's super pixelated. It is on YouTube normally, so if you don't want to hear us gasping over it, feel free to watch it. But otherwise, I love monkeys, apes, orangutans, the whole genre of animal, the smarter people, I say. So I couldn't resist this. I've told Peter, I've told you nothing about this, so wait for your reaction to the one recognizable actor, an actor that definitely had an effect on both cartoons and live action shows of our youth. But other than that, I don't recognize anybody else in this. Without further ado, we're about to go bananas with a show called Going Bananas. I'm going to pause it right away. So it's a show about a guy and his orangutan, not unlike the Clint Eastwood movies, Any Which Way But Loose or Any Which Way You Can. But it says an alien came by, shot the orangutan with a laser, and it got superpowers. I'm not exactly sure what superpowers it gained. It doesn't learn to talk. It doesn't do anything different than, say, Clyde from Any Which Way But Loose would. It does appear to have like cartoon power that it can like leave the scene and come back in a different costume. So I guess that's its superpower, that it can make clothes to make humorous jokes.
Don't you wish you had that superpower?
Yeah, I mean, sure, I do. And it's also super strong. So like if bad guys are there, you can throw them out a window. But I felt you don't need to say they had magical powers. If you were to just tell me in 1984, when I was 4 years old, that this was a guy who hung out with an orangutan, it was cartoon comedy, so he just randomly had clothes and he had the ability to throw people out the window, I'd believe an orangutan could do that. I don't see where the alien part needs to be in this. But I feel that's why the certain actor that we will recognize, that's why he wants the orangutan, because he knows it has alien powers of some sort. Maybe it can communicate with aliens and I've just not seen that episode. I don't know. But back to the show, back to the opening credits of Going Bananas.
Good
starring Roxana Banana, Tim Topper. Both names sound fake. And that's the person you should recognize. You should recognize James Avery. Where do you know James Avery from the most?
Is that? Oh, it's a name that I know. It's not. Well, let me think about that.
I bet, because most famously to the world, he's Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
The Shredder.
But yes, I was gonna say, I bet you know him as the Shredder. Yes, he was the '80s Shredder. He was also Turbo on the Rambo cartoon, but not like anyone other than me remembers that at all. So James Avery did a lot of voice acting for cartoons at that time, so no wonder he was in a live action bit, which then let him connect to being in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which probably made him hand over fist of money. I believe he is now RIP. So there is no more James Avery. So we can't have a full Going Bananas cast reunion. I haven't bothered looking into the rest of the cast, but yeah, we'll get to see how weird this is. James Avery basically plays like a Dirk Dastardly character. Like he's just a villain that shows up and he wants that orangutan. And he also wears costumes that fit the episode theme. Like he'll just show up as a fireman one day. And this one
also got zapped by the alien.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think that's just they assume humans can go get clothes. But now that this orangutan has magical polka dot shorts, he can do it on their own, or she can because it's Roxanne. But I assume. But at this point, this episode, James Avery joins the Hells Angels and gets the Hells Angels to help him kidnap the orangutan. I feel like it's overkill. You be the decision right after this.
Okay.
I gotta keep stopping this. They have some weird dubbed over sound for the orangutan. It goes through the whole fucking show. This show is only gonna be like fucking 15 minutes long, and I'm gonna take some time to get through it because it's driving me insane. Now,
well, don't you think almost anything would be better if it had just random kind of orangutan noises?
Well, I mean, I've been guilty of that in my own films as well. So, I mean, I understand. This shot here with this green background, I'm doing this as if you can see where my hand's touching, but this photo right here, created by Len Jansen and Chuck Menville, not thinking of the names, but look at that font. Look at that green background. Does that make you think of a Canadian TV show about an animal?
Oh, okay. Littlest Hobo?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Yeah. Yeah, that brings me home. But until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on with this episode of Going Bananas. Well, I guess he's in a biker gang already. An old lady and a child. Smithville. Bad bikers are coming to town. Better close up this ghost town. Except they're three-wheelers. One's an orangutan and one's a grandma. So.
Boy, I've heard of sleepy little towns, but this one's in a coma.
Ice cold drinks! Why, I'm about to die of thirst!
You guys are going to be wasting your time. The sign says it's closed.
We're gonna break in.
Oh, I knew they'd come back. I knew it. What are we gonna do?
Get a hold of yourself, Harriet. Now, we'll lay low and maybe they'll go away. The main thing right now now, just keep calm.
Santa, what's wrong? Stop. A monster?
Ah, come on, Roxy girl.
Roxy makes the same sounds I do and almost has as bad a teeth as I do. So awkward for sure. Moving on.
You've been watching too much TV.
Yeah, let's see this monster. Hello there. Didn't mean to cause any commotion.
Some monster, Roxana.
No problem, mister. We were just a little thirsty from our ride. And
Well,
we thought...
of course you are. Come in. Come in.
Well, we don't want to impose.
Please don't kill us, old lady, a child,
bother
and a
you?
monkey.
Don't pay no mind. No mind at all. Don't know how the dang thing got there anyway.
Right this way, folks.
Get up, folks. It's on the house.
There's plenty more where that came from, right, Paul?
Yes, sirree.
Boy, this place is the greatest. I'd sure like to hang out here for a few days, right, Roxana?
A few days.
So from the last time we did a video, I just made fart sounds all through it. I think this time I'm just going to make ape sounds all through it.
Great, we're getting to see your range.
Right.
Masterful farty noises and masterful ape noises. And then you can turn this into a trilogy. Of course, farty noises and ape noises all together.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
All right. Well, back to this nonsense. I have my thought is though, it's just not kosher to use primates in film these days. So you still couldn't do it because the person I'm thinking of is dead. But what they could have done at the same time in 1984, they could have got Mickey Rooney and just put like red hair all over him, and no one would have known the difference. Or maybe Don Rickles. He always kind of looked like that too. Don Rickles kind of looks like part of that old man as well. Anyway, moving on.
After you eat, aren't you going to join the rest of your gang?
Gang? What gang? Aren't you members of the Vicious Cycles?
The Vicious Cycles.
They're a motorcycle gang, and every year they come in here to Spitville and terrorize us.
Oh, it's terrible. What about your sheriff?
Harvey's the sheriff.
But I ain't crazy. Those fellas hate the law.
Roxy has a point. Sometimes people have to fight for what's right.
Just the two of them?
No, what about the other people who live here?
They're too scared.
Oh, that's a superpower.
They never even come out after dark anymore.
But it's daylight. They don't come out after light either.
Isn't there something we can do?
Yep. Get out of town while the getting's good.
Al Pacino from Cruising. Roxy's Home Alone impression before Home Alone existed.
I heard a town's going to the dogs, but this town's going ain't.
Hey, Big Daddy. Ain't that the dumb, ugly ape that Cousin Hank and Cousin Huey wrote us about?
Please do not mention their names in my presence. They're from the trashy side of the family.
Oh, he doesn't appear in different costumes. That's supposed to be the cousin of the guy from the other episode I saw. And the other guy also has a cousin that looks just like him in the other episode. That's fucking convenient.
James Avery just plays this wide range of cousins.
Yeah, so this is biker guy who's not the same as evil zookeeper guy, an evil scientist guy, and a evil spy guy that he was in other episodes. So such a complex mythos in this show.
It's what's happening to all these complicated family relations.
Yeah, and they're all evil, just like the Shredder. They should have had the guys who voiced Bebop and Rocksteady to be his lackeys, or at least the other guy in the sidecar should have been the person who voiced Krang. What do you mean? It's just a stupid orangutan. Moving on.
Come, Timmy Tom, let us pay our respects.
Timmy Tom.
Yeah, respect.
Music to terrorize by.
Get that on a shirt. Music to terrorize by.
What are you doing? Keeping you from making a big mistake is what I'm doing. Fellas out there are animals.
So is Roxana, but we still love her.
That's right. So if you wouldn't mind, Mr. Becker.
I'm sorry to have to do this to you, but believe me, you're going to thank me for it later.
Oh, I didn't notice this superpower either. Telekinesis. Oh. All right, Roxanne's just loaded with power.
This here machine. Moments like these that make me crueler than I already am. All right, Gorilla Girl. Kindly return my radio, or Brother Timmy Tom will fling your very little body up a tree, which is precisely where you belong.
There we go. I was gonna say it's not a true orangutan film. They don't go. And Peter, do you know why orangutans go?
I don't know. Maybe that's how you can segue into farty noises.
Well,
when you do that video, that combines 8 noises and farty noises all
into
together.
one. It's an art, and the reason orangutans do it is the same reason I do it, because it's fun. Laugh track for
Okay,
me.
banana breath. Gimme.
Don't just sit there like hush puppies on a grill. Do something to help him.
Roxana, hang on!
That's it. Go for your life, son.
You're lucky Big Daddy likes FM.
Motherfucker.
Let me rearrange her leather, Big Daddy.
Riot Buster, and you'll be sorry.
Well, look here. A real bad gang. Well, ooh, I am shaking in my boots. This town isn't big enough for 2 gangs, Granny. So you take your monkey and swing on out of here.
How about this? I'm sure you all have more important things to do, so if you'd like to continue on your trip, we'll We'll stay and terrorize a town in your honor.
Good idea, huh?
No. Good terrorizing towns are hard to come by these days. Now, you all have till high noon to get out of Spittville, or you're gonna be real sorry.
What if there was an episode of Ninja Turtles where they went to the country and they found Shredder, but it was Hick Shredder? It was the same costume, but he wore like a straw hat and overalls over top of the same armor. And he just talked in that voice and, you turtles coming out here into this side of the country. You was gonna be real sorry. 80s Raphael with his, do you guys think that that's kind of weird? Doesn't that seem just like Shredder? Michelangelo's like, oh, I'm too high for this dude. Should be too high for this. Notice he has two patches that say 13 on them. There's a great video out there that was made for the FBI, but has been passed around to people these days, that was about biker gangs and what their patches and numbers meant. And it was like some biker told this guy what that meant, so they're all misleading and wrong. It says like the number 8 stands for an 8-ball, not the drug, the amount of people they've killed before joining this gang. And I'm like, the amount of guys who have 8-ball things on them, they've all killed 8 people. Then there was like, there's wings they have on the side that makes them true Hell's Angels. If they're white wings, it means they performed cunnilingus on a woman in front of the rest of the gang. If they are green wings, it means they performed cunnilingus on a dead body in front of the gang, and that got them much higher up in the gang levels. Like, I don't think that's true. So 13 on there, it means he ate 13 donuts before getting ready for this bike ride. That's why he doesn't fit in the cart. Then he threw Jazzy Jeff out the door and said, all right, we're getting in the bike.
I want to believe that's in that FBI video that you saw. Right down to Jazzy Jeff.
Right down to Jazzy Jeff appears in the FBI video. I don't know what it's called. If people know what it is, post it in the comments, link it on the Facebook page. VCR Party's played it multiple times. Those who know what it is know what I'm talking about, and know I'm not making up what it says about like the white wings or the other blue wings or green wings or whatever. Which it's ridiculous. Anyway, back to James Avery and going bananas.
Let's roll. We shall return.
I guarantee.
Time's running out, and you folks better be doing the same. We're pleading with you to get out of town while the getting's good.
Kids, maybe they're right. We're no match for a motorcycle gang.
Oh, that's for sure.
Because we're a 3-wheeler gang.
But we can't go without Roxana. And she's not about to leave.
She hates bullies.
Well, so do we all, honey. But what can we do? I mean, put on my bag?
Here they come.
God damn it. Seen that sign for Coca-Cola. I need some more Coca-Cola, probably some whiskey.
Hey in there! Your time is up! Come on out!
Roxana, wait! Think about it. Those guys are nothing but animals. Nothing personal.
Well, well. Look at there, boys. The monkey's still here. Get out of town.
Yeah, damn.
Look there, Big Daddy. She's still here again.
The best part about Riot the movies means I make people watch terrible things. of these
Oh,
videos.
shit.
I make Peter watch terrible things. Doesn't mean I have to stick around to watch it. So I could leave there because I'm cruel and unusual punishment. Are you having fun so far, though, Peter?
As I always do, way back, just like the days before COVID, when I'd come to Toronto and we'd have to be up until about 3 a.m. because there's just something you had to show me until then.
It's just one more luchador mask match to show you, one more 1980s Scream Queen movie to show you, just one more episode of Wonder Shows and to show you. Gamble, 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 die.
You and your puny gang think you're pretty tough, huh? Well, we're gonna show you what tough really is. Timmy Tom, give them the bad news.
Bad News Brown?
According to the #1 rule of the Outlaw Motorcycle Code,
Comedy.
see who's the toughest. I hereby challenge you to I hereby challenge you to a championship chug-a-lug contest. That is
chug
a
along
game
with 'em.
too scared.
She was only kidding.
Inside banana breath. All right, everybody, let's go.
Ready, set, go.
I didn't know. They probably really did feed many cans of cola to that orangutan. That's probably a terrible fucking thing. That Timmy Tom guy, he looks like the pilot from Mad Max. Then the orangutan is going to pee on all of them and blast them out of the town.
How do you believe that's going to happen? That's why it's been blocked in everyone's memory.
Yay, Roxana! You drank a lot of stuff.
She cheated.
Oh, not to worry, Timmy Tom, not to worry.
Timmy Tom.
Cheaters never prosper, except for us. Now, monkey meat, get ready for championship challenge #2. A contest you can't
Number
possibly
2,
win.
the Yappa Pie strap match.
Ready, set, go.
That's right, Timmy Tom. Just the way you always do.
Over the top. Over the top. Over the top.
Daddy, she's just a dumb, ugly ape.
Burp power, almost as close as pee power.
She's cheating again, Big Daddy.
No way! She won fair and square.
Well, then this time we're gonna watch. All of us. Real close. Ain't that right, boy?
What does that mean?
Right? Right. Real close, Big Daddy.
Okay, boys. On your mark. Get ready. Get set. Go!
Come on, Roxanne. You can do it, baby. Get it. Get it. Come on.
monkey ain't human.
They made a monkey out of us.
They're laughing at us. Nobody laughs at the vicious cycles, right, boys?
The vicious cycles.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Hell's Angels named after one period. That was uncalled for, Adam. I feel this is used from the same writers who made Little Wonder. Do you have any member of that, where the man made a daughter who was a robot, but he had a son already, and he had to hide that his daughter was a robot?
I have very vague memories of that.
Yeah, at least that I remember existing. Not anything much about it, but
One,
it's like the plot to Elf, but Elf was just a little girl.
3, 4. Oh, well, look at there, boys. The monkey's got the drop on us.
Banana gun!
Just right, monkey. I'm gonna turn you into a banana split.
Somebody help her. She's all alone.
Oh, no, she's not.
I'm right behind you, Jamie boy.
10 banana cream pies.
Hey, leave her alone.
Sound effects.
Well, are we gonna let them fight our battle for us?
Oh, we gonna get guns. Shoot them dead. Hidden behind the pies are rifles.
These people are going totally bananas. Go,
Oh, they said the title in the episode. These people are going bananas. What if the orangutan could actually drive that thing? It's like the end of the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Which I still have not seen.
What? Going banana. NBC. So now we know.
NBC.
And who's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast?
Teaming up with Mr. T cereal. It's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr.
Pee Wee Herman's favorite cereal.
Crispy T's. One bite you're gonna be eating with the team that's teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Mountain.
Snake Mountain ready to take on He-Man?
Snake Mountain, Battle with He-Man and Skeletor each sold separately.
80s little children. Is that a 70-year-old woman or a 5-year-old little boy?
Come, He-Man. Come to Snake Mountain.
Snake Mountain with Echo Microphone, new from the Masters of the Universe collection. Action figures each sold separately from Mattel.
I have parts of my Snake Mountain left, not all of it.
The sweet
It was so much fun. And boys, including the Skeletor set to you.
Oh yeah, I still have your Skeletor armor set. Yes,
Awesome.
the Havoc staff and the mask that doesn't fit on a human face. So, the episode is over. Now at the end of every episode, Roxanne does some animal jokes, just to like pad the episode out. So we'll get 1 or 2 animal jokes, and I think we'll be done with this.
Jack goes
company.
out on a limb.
Chrissy, move over. You're bending my branch.
On Tree's Company.
Me, you're hogging the whole
Please,
limb.
company.
When Janet's sister shows up with her 9 kids.
Well, they're not gonna want to share my branch, brother, that's for sure.
Three's Company. Tune in tomorrow night for a swinging good time.
And now it's time for The Gone Show, starring Woodchuck Barris.
Hi, I'm Woodchuck Barris, and I'm gone.
Having beak problems? Visit Dr. Birdwell, family dentist, serving the bird community for over 20 years.
Doctor, shouldn't you give me some Novocaine?
Say, what's the matter, sissy? Can't you stand a little root now?
Dr. Birdwell will give you courteous service at reasonable prices.
$1,000?
Hey, don't worry, doll. I'll let you pay it off in time. Okay, it's time. Pay me.
That's Dr. Birdwell, family dentist.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Say, how'd you like to do a road picture?
Well, hello, Clam. Where are you headed?
Oh no.
Here, there's a big barn dance down the road a piece.
No, we don't need that.
Wow.
We don't need to have that 1940s dog movie where they work at a bar and have a dance, as if it wasn't awkward enough to have that orangutan doing that. Which reminds me of my favorite Lancelot Link from the 1970s TV series, and had a comic book where they had a chimpanzee be a detective, and all the villains he fought were all James Bond ripoffs. So their like shtick was just their nationality. There was like Dragon Lady, the Chinese chimpanzee, like things like that. Like, but in between every episode, they'd have 2 short episodes, and then they'd have a band called Lancelot Link and the Evolution Revolution, and it would just be them playing instruments, and they'd have some psychedelic band play a song in the background, making it look like the chimpanzees were playing it, and it sounded like, ironically, better than the monkeys. But yeah, so that's Going Bananas.
Well, thank you. I'm amazed that this existed. Back in 1984, I was all about NBC on Saturday morning, but that was more for, Smurfs at 9 o'clock to 10:30, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and that was it for me. So maybe it was on just a bit later than that, or maybe just a bit earlier.
Or we got a different NBC than like West Coast. I might have had something slightly different to it. I don't know, but they because it wouldn't even really have been in 84 for us. It wouldn't even really be cable for us, would it? It would just be what we were getting, like an NBC from across the water. I don't.
Yeah, I got cable at the time, so I got NBC from Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Still, I mean, yeah, the one you could probably actually get on aerial back then. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm so fucking old. What I did see though is I saw a NBC summer lineup special. They used to have these like events, which would be just before the new season of all the cartoons would start. So on the Friday night, they would. There's a really great one where Steve Urkel comes to hang out with the Family Matters family, which James Avery appeared on that once too, just to make fun of the fact that the dad from that kind of looked like him but shorter. James Avery was a tall, big guy, but but that famous episode where they sat around, they watched the cartoons, and you watched them watch the cartoons. But this would be 84, and it's weird, the chimpanzee is not in it, but like a lot of the different people who were involved in the shows at that time were in it, and they had like the tape that had the new season of NBC Saturday morning cartoons, and James Avery wanted to steal it from them, and at the end they have like a dance number and they all become friends. But within that, we got to see clips of like Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I remember that was a thing at that point. Knight Rider had a cameo in it because Knight Rider would be primetime at that point, but it was still something with a new season that they were advertising. So it was like all the things that kids would like on NBC coming up this fall. But and that, yeah, had James Avery kind of being that character. So I'm imagining it was supposed to be a wink wink to that show. Not that, again, Going Bananas had any moment in history like that. I want to say it's because it's dated, because people are like kind of poo-poo making primates do stuff, but there are lots of great films where real primates do stuff and we still talk about them. I mean, no one's canceling Any Which Way But Loose. What's even weirder, you ever seen a movie Ed. I think it stars Matt LeBlanc from Friends, and he's a baseball player, and he has a chimpanzee that's like an incredible baseball player. So they join the league. It was that wave of like late 90s, early 2000s animals play sports movies.
Oh, kind of like MVP.
Yeah. But from far away, I believe it was a chimpanzee, but when it was close up, like, and Matt LeBlanc was communicating with it, because chimpanzees don't like to be handled. So it was a robotic chimpanzee, and it was like really creepy robotic with the blink, I play baseball kind of thing. I have like this DVD set that's like 10 family films, and it's on there, and it's the only DVD I've never played. I just don't find the need to do it.
So it's kind of like Wrestlers versus Zombies of family films for you.
Right. Well, at least I paid money and played and watched Wrestlers versus Zombies. As much as I shook my head through it, I even like went back and tried to watch it again a second time, and I started to blank out. But if you have the Trauma Now app, you can watch that and not have to pay extra for it. So yeah, do that. Because I just realized my friend from Gut Rot Productions, his Gut Rot Productions film that was at the Son of Terrible 2-Day Fest, just got picked up by Trauma Now. We'll be playing on the Trauma app starting this week. Big news for all of us here. So we'll be seeing more of them in Cyber Sunday next month as the special bonus day of Terrible 2-Day Fest 2022. We don't have any ape shows, any chimpanzees, any orangutans or gorillas at all in Terrible 2-Day Fest this year. I feel we're really missing out.
You're losing it, Adam.
I know.
That's your thing.
Just sloppy. You know, I think I might be going crazy, or I might be going banana.
That's the theme. So when people see it, they say Adam's not showing anything ape related. He's going bananas.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's ape themed.
There we go. The whole thing is ape shit.
That's it. It's high concept. You're getting into high concept.
What I will do is everyone who shows up at the in-person event for, I will fling poo at them. I'll feel like it's part of the show. Comedy. So do you feel you're stronger and wiser? You've grown from seeing parts of going bananas?
I always do with whatever you're showing. It's just
I'm glad I watched through the rest of the episode so I could see that Roxanne has actual powers. Otherwise, I thought it was just they grew clothes. Like it was Cutie Honey, that legendary anime.
Well, I'm so flattered that you watched through an entire episode of Going Bananas.
Yeah, this would be my second one. I watched the first episode and I kind of was doing other things then too. So if they, other than befriending a dog in the first episode, I don't remember any magical powers. Anyway.
Well, now you understand that Going Bananas was kind of a higher level of storytelling than you thought it was, because you can see that there are superpowers that the orangutan has.
I think it needs a Marvel MCU crossover is what's needed. Too bad there wasn't there was a stinger for Three's Company, which I totally forgot was at the end of that. I checked that part and I forgot about it. You mentioned the Three's Company beer, and at the end we get Three's Company. It all comes around. It was all worth it.
So it's all about John Ritter, so it makes it art for you.
It all felt better in the end. And oh wait, stupid thing.
That's what she said.
Yep. Anyway, stay dumb, stay weird, stay strange. Everybody have fun. Go wash your hands and your butt, whatever order you wish to do it in. We'll see you soon in the future. After showing those little bits of commercials at the end, that inspired me when I saw that, because I flicked through the video a little bit. So I got like a 25-minute to 30-minute block just of mid-80s commercials. So in the near future, we'll do a video where we go through that and see, we'll get someone else to join us who's younger than us, and we'll see if we remember them and see how confused they are by seeing them. So that's our next quest, so that we can, again, make people watch weird things. That's what Riot the movie does. Thanks again, Peter. Thanks for hanging out.
No problem. My pleasure.